Hi everyone, I'm Roger Abata, industrial designer and big passionate of 3D printing. This video is about a new project I'm working on, a handbag project that is designed based on a geometrical formula that comes from nature. In this video, I will explain what it is and how I was able to inspire from that and design a handbag with a pattern on that. So in this video, we are going to study a Voronoi pattern and see how we can inspire from it to create a design. What is a Voronoi pattern? A Voronoi pattern is a geometrical pattern that is found in nature, and the formula has been figured out by scientists, and what it basically does is it provides clue about how nature operates. It shows nature's tendency to favor efficiency. It prioritizes the shortest paths. So what it does is it takes the shortest path, the quickest way to get to the target, the nearest neighbor. It seems like nature has found a very efficient way to get to the result, to reach the target by using less energy, less resource, and less time. Within that pattern that was demonstrated by formula, each cell there is a seed, and everything inside a cell is closer to a seed than it is to any other seed. And the lines between cells are always halfway between neighborhood seeds. It shows you how clever nature is, how it operates. There are a lot of examples of Voronoi pattern in the nature. A few examples are the skin of a giraffe, corns on the cob, cells in a leaf, head of a garlic. You can find more of a pattern in nature. There's a lot of them. In nature, an ecosystem never performs one function. It performs multiple functions at a time. And these functions are called ecosystem services in biology. As an example, you have microbial communities that maintain multiple ecosystem services simultaneously. It maintains nutrient cycling, climate regulation, primary production, and later decomposition. That is a typical example of what nature does to maximize its resources. It uses the same resource to perform a lot of functions at the same time. Multifunctionality is one key characteristic of nature efficiency. Why waste time and resources to do only one thing while you can perform many operations with one resource? That can be applied in our daily activities in our life. Inside an organization or a company, a multi-skilled person is more valuable to a company than an employee who can only do one thing. A 3D printer that can print different materials and color all at once, that can send you updates on printing status and record the printing process, is more valuable than a 3D printer that can only print one single material. And examples like that we can keep finding more and more. I'm doing some handbag sketch here, and I'll pick one of them, the one that conveys better the philosophy that I'm trying to replicate here in my design. I want my bag to show that concept, to show people the concept of Voronoi pattern and efficiency. We definitely want to be efficient as much as possible and use less resources to maximize any output. The Voronoi bag that I'm doing is something that I want to commemorate that type of spirit. As a human being, we have always been seeking efficiency, and what better than nature to learn from? I want to express the fact that we can go back to nature and see how nature operates and inspire from that to do great things. this stage, I'm doing the technical drawing to figure out the dimensions that I need to build the bag. This technical drawing will be used to build the prototype, and we'll use those dimensions, correct them, readjust them to create the final design as well. It's time to build a prototype, and I'm just taping my drawing papers together to be able to have a big size of paper that I can use. I'm using my common sense and logic to figure out the dimension of a handbag, how big the handle needs to be, what will be the size, the dimension of it. The paper prototype allows me to check that and correct and fix the dimension as I'm progressing. After figuring out the dimension and each step, I started the card design here. This is where we will be able to make a lot of modification in the 3D print. I have my Voronoi pattern that I represented here. It's all over the bag, and I'm making sure that everything that is going to be integrated into the design is represented here in the card design. The bag will be closed. I'm adding a snap fastener mechanism, and I'm taking that into consideration to add holes to the bag. I split the bag in several pieces so that I can 3D print them easily. For this project, I'm using a flexible filament. I'm using TPU 95. It is very stiff and flexible at the same time. Now that I have every pieces of a puzzle, I can start putting them back together and using the chemical solution. The chemical I'm using here is called tetrahydrofuran. Chemical solution that welds flexible material together. It's designed to weld material like TPU together, and I found out that was the best option I could use to be able to put all these parts together in a cleaner way and not messy at all.